3, 2, 1. You're listening to Wet Shaving Talk, powered by Sharpologist.com, where we're dedicated to preserving the art and skill of classic shaving. I'm your host, Joe Borrelli, and today is October 30th, 2025, the annual Fall Seasonal Special. All right, everybody, welcome back to the podcast on this special edition. Yes, that's right, the yearly Fall Seasonal Special, the 10th annual Fall Seasonal Special since I've been podcasting, so I am so excited to bring this show to you. I apologize, it's a little late, and the reason being, I was waiting on a couple of releases to come out, and one came out last night to where I couldn't do this show without sharing it with you because it's one of the bigger ones out there. So just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how this show goes. Now, if you've never listened to the podcast before, if this is the first time you're listening to this special edition, really what I do is I go through all the fall items. Now, fall is one of my favorite seasons, right? It's probably most of our favorite seasons out there. And it's also the biggest launch for wet shaving products in the industry. Most companies do, a lot of vendors, a lot of artisans, they like to do special edition fall things for the fall season. Being in the alcohol industry myself, you see a lot of like fall seasonal beers, fall seasonal items. It's really big. So it's also big in wet shaving, and it's a lot of fun as well. So the way the show is going to go today is I got a little special edition. I'm going to bring back the Fall Seasonal Special Hall of Fame, which is all items that are no longer being made or items that are being made but showed a real impact. And then I'm going to go over all the new stuff for this year that really have just either come out or reoccurring, or even some of the stuff's actually available all year round. So without further ado, guys, I'll get on with the show. Just to giving you a little bit more of an insight of how much work that goes into this. Traditionally, it used to take me about 40 hours to do it. Usually it's a few hours a day for a couple weeks. And a lot of the vendors and stuff, they wouldn't post like certain sites on it. They wouldn't post different like pages, so it was hard to find. But lately, with the power of AI, it's helped me out tremendously to get a lot of the new stuff. I still had to do quite a bit of searching, but it did help me, and a lot of the modern technology has been getting a lot better. So, got to thank you for technology and helping us get more stuff, because this is a big show today, guys. I got over 40 pages of notes in the show notes, so it's a big one. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Back again for the second year, the Fall Seasonal Special Hall of Fame. Let's start off with the Holy Black. We can't forget the Holy Black back in 2017 when they came out with Telltale Heart, the series, which came out with a soap as well as a cologne, and did come out with a little bit of an aftershave as well. So Dragonsblood imparts the familiar powdery incense note, which dominates the soap. This was another one that was really more like a chemistry set. Came with a really cool set. This is their first fall release from Holy Black, and I have to say that every year they come out with something really big and really crazy and new, right? So that was their first set. The next year they came out my personal favorite, which was the Jekyll and Hyde box set, which came with a soap and 2 aftershaves that you can blend. The soaps, you can actually make your own like scent out of it. You can make your own custom scent. And it came in a wooden box that also lit up and I think made music as well. Really cool, awesome, and this was a great set. This is one of the sets that I wish I bought, because at the time I didn't get a chance to get it, and I still regret it to this day because I still think it's one of their best releases. The Black Magic set that came out the year after, this was like a soap, aftershave, a couple other things in there. It also came with like a Ouija board in it. And it was like to do kind of like a fake seance or something like that. So it was. I thought this was really nice. The box was again all custom made by Holy Black with the the scent actually being made from fresh tobacco and like kind of like a bourbony vanilla scent. That was really that had like a dried espresso expression into it as well. It was really cool. I did get to try the soap part of it because sometimes, you guys, if you know Holy Black, they do come out with some other scents or some other like secret, the secret stash releases, which they're just doing a regular tin, but you get to try everything. That was really cool. That was one of my favorite scents that they came out with. The next set was this is when they really got their prop skills done, because it looked like a movie prop, was the Vampire Hunter set. This was a 20-piece set that came with like fake cobwebs, aged box. It was a vampire hunting kit. But it also came with a bunch of stuff in there. I think there was garlic in there. There was a aftershave in there. Was a lot of great stuff. Really cool. It looked like it belonged in a Victorian museum mansion. And this is one, I think they really started showing off their skills with this, because they actually made fakes like spider webs and stuff all over it. 7 Deadly Sins was 2022. I bought this set. I really enjoyed it. Came with 7 different soaps and an aftershave of different scents, and came with like a paper that looked like it came from the 1500s. It looked charred. The box was aged and everything, all nice in a nice, like a coffin-like set. And it came with different soaps, different scents that you can put together and kind of make your own thing with it. And it again had like a rumor of mystical properties that would make you feel differently with each different soap. The Alchemist set of 2023. Again, this was another box set that came out. This was all about fragrance lovers. This was all the 2 aftershaves that came in it. And it was able to, you can like mix and match and then make your own scent again with this. Really cool. And then last year it was Memento Mori, which wanted to let you know, remember, you must die. That was the theme for that year. Set came with again, another like powerful 30 milliliters of a custom like, I guess you would want to say like a pot that came in with just different scents and stuff that was supposed to smell like kind of like you were at a funeral. Moving along to the next vendor, Dr. John's, now no longer being produced. They made Blood Oath, soap, aftershave, and a lot of other stuff that came with that as well. I think there was a couple other items with it. For those of you not familiar with it, it was really a scent that was very different. It had like a musty scent, had like a burn scent, like a burned cornfield scent. Really nice. Again, came out. I think the soap was like blood red. Cool release. A lot of fanfare on that. And Dr. John had that for several years until they closed up shop a few years ago. Now, Barrister and Mann, known to do a lot of different items. They came out with Lissa, the soap. This was a vampire kit again. This was one that smelled like fresh flowers and had a little garlic essence to it. Again, this was supposed to ward off the I guess you want to say the vampires of the Halloween season. They also, guys, with Holy Black, we're going to talk, not Holy Black, I'm sorry, with Barrister and Mann, we're going to talk a little bit more about them. Again, Hallows is one of the most popular Halloween scents out there. Hallows won that scent contest with Sharpologists several years back, and that's what actually kind of, I would say, put it on the map. I'm wearing it right now. I used it this morning, and it is a great scent that just really smells like fall. It's got that musky, that kind of smell that just, you really like, wow, I feel like I'm walking down with burned leaves around me and all that stuff, just walking in New England, right, Boston area, through a cemetery or whatever, just with that dirt and that fresh fall scent. They also came out with Season of the Witch, which was last year, which was, again, something to ward off witches. Came with a lot, with like a nutmeg, wormwood essence, really good. Had also that signature oak moss that Barrister Man likes to use, that musky, mossy type scent, like smells like dirt, blended in with it. Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements can't be the Hall of Fame without Clown Fruit. Clown Fruit was the first soap I ever saw that actually would glow in the dark. Again, the aftershave was was aged in real wormwood, Hungarian oak, and really had that nice, fresh, smelled kind of like almost like a carnival with a little fall essence to it. And Southern Witchcraft, which unfortunately shut down last year. Southern Witchcraft had a lot of great soaps. They had Autumn Ash, which was like a really about burned leaves, all about burned leaves with a sense of pumpkin in it. You had Sowin, which was probably their most popular scent, which we'll talk a little bit more about that. Sowin was more about like a kind of like a drunken pumpkin type scent. Had tobacco, bourbon, again that charred wood, musky pumpkin sandalwood scent. And then the Tres Matres, which was also another one that just had that really dark scent that was just oak mossy, again damp earth, really just almost like if you were walking in the forest in the fall in the north, all the above. Really that was a really good scent as well, and I do miss this vendor. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's get on with the regular show. We went through the Hall of Fame. Now, those items we just talked about, some of them are still being made, some of them aren't, but most of them are not being made. But here's the new stuff for this year. The reason why the podcast is late this year, Holy Black, I'm going to give them a little bit more time here. Ahab Sea Chest Halloween set came out. This is their biggest set yet. Their most expensive set, it was almost $270 with only 15 sets available. I looked on it last night when it went on. I was contemplating on buying it, but just $270 is just a lot of money for a shave set. But I know whoever got this really is going to enjoy it. Came with a shave soap, aftershave, again a 38 millimeter badger or boar brush, whichever your choice was, molded from was made from a mold from a real whale's tooth that Holy Black came out with about 15 years ago, I'd say, or 12 years ago when they did their whale's tooth brush back in 2013. It has a harpoon stand, which was casted by hand, and again, an aftershave. Black Ship Grooming, they are back again with Crane. Crane is taking a midnight ride with the Headless Horseman. That's what this is based on. Scent profile is spiced oranges with a hint of chili pepper. These guys do not like to put too much on this one. They don't like to put the scent profile on it because last year they didn't even have it. This year they did though, so they gave us a little bit of a taste with spicy oranges and some chili pepper into it. They also came out with Sowin's Curse and Aftershave. So this is a blended set with a smoldering incense, charred orange peel, black clove, before sinking into a heart of aged rum, damp oak, and a ritual myth. This is another new one for this year, guys. So this is to celebrate the Sowin. You would say the fall festival that was very popular. A lot of people have been doing based on that kind of a I guess you would say on that kind of a theme. And Black Ship knocked it out of the park with this one. Wouldn't be the holiday season without talking about Sterling, guys. Sterling Soap Company. Again, they have a lot of stuff, but beauty of this is most of their stuff is available all year round. So hot apple cider soap, aftershave. They have apple cinnamon and clove, making it perfect for that hot apple cider. Autumn Glory, which is a scent that's always been difficult to put in words. Imagine walking through the damp woods and just jumping into falling leaves, jumping into a pile of leaves. And of course, the best in the industry, I think, for pumpkin spice, for a typical pumpkin spice soap and aftershave. There it is back to their old, they've been doing this for years, over 10 years, and they've been toying with different I guess formulas, but they've been back on the original one for a few years now. And this is just pumpkin spice in a shave soap. If you love pumpkin spice, this is the one to get. It smells exactly like a pumpkin spice latte. Declaration Grooming, now known for their brushes. Their Declaration Grooming also makes soaps and aftershaves as well. But they do make hand-tied brushes in the United States. Dark Fall wouldn't be Halloween without Dark Fall. Back again for this year. This is a scent that really brings that burned leaves type essence to a reality. It smells like burned leaves, 100%. And themed on just a really fall day in the arrival of fall in Georgia, in northern Georgia. Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, again, guys, these guys knock it out of the park with releases. They have a lot of stuff that came back this year, some new stuff as well. So Astro Traveler Soap and Aftershave more. They have tons of stuff with their products, remember, so they have different scents, aftershave, they do jellies, they do everything. This has a nice scent, a hint of bergamot and grapefruit, bringing it really to that first whiff of fall. Again, with a little orange zest, black pepper, and nutmeg, adding to a fiery edge, hinting at something deeper below the surface. Atomic Pumpkin, which isn't your seasonal pumpkin pie. There is orange, allspice, a little light cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and I believe there is no clove. He does not like using clove in his pumpkin spice soaps. There's no clove in this one. And my personal favorite is the Blue Sowin aftershave and more soap. This great scent, sandalwood with burnt sugar, bourbon, and pumpkin oak. And this is oaked barrel aged for the aftershave. So they bring it back. This is the 8th or 9th year that this soap has been out, and he ages all of the aftershaves in. Actually, he does it on a charred oak barrel, so it's really cool. You get a really good essence. I use this year after year. It's kind of got like a sweet essence to it, but a little hint of the pumpkin and a little char. Cider House, which is again, this is Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements form of the apple cider, pipe smoke, mulled cider, oakwood, dry leaves. That's it. Simple and nice and easy for a nice fall day. Greenwich Envy, which is a regenerating heart of fragrance beating with sandalwood, cedar, and a touch of carnation. The unexpected floral note you never saw coming. Again, you'll see a little tobacco vanilla with a lingering edge of vetiver and patchouli. Sorry, guys. Patchouli. So smells are in forgotten places. Old leather-bound books, gathered dust, smoldering fire, and almost gone. That's still the faintest trace of warmth. Really interesting description, guys. I think this one's interesting. This one's great. This is a new one. And Monstroso, again, with the Frankenstein picture on the front. This is a great scent. I think it's really cool. A lot of people do enjoy it. Moro Blood Orange. And it comes with Autumn Geo Apricot and Velveteer. All right, so guys, I apologize in that last, if it sounded a little awkward. I was getting phone calls, and just to let you know, so with this podcast, it's difficult for me because I don't have quiet. So at home, I don't get a chance. I have to really, when I do the podcast, I have to actually record it in the garage, in my car, or when everybody's gone or something, and I don't get too much time by myself, and I work a lot. So right now I'm literally in a parking lot recording it from my house, and it's about 4:30 in the morning because my son was awake and it's stuff, and it's just like I can't sometimes. So my wife was wondering where I was. So everything is good. I'm here. Let's moving along to Barrister and Mann. So Barrister and Mann came out with a double feature this year, which was really exciting. Hallows came back again. Again, we talked about that scent before, like the black oak mossy, really like that, almost like that burn scent. Again, I'm wearing it today. And they brought back from Southern Witchcraft. They collaborated with them with the Sowin soap and aftershave. Again, remember we talked about Southern Witchcraft. That was their number one soap. Well, they've closed down shop, but they collaborated with Barrister and Mann, and they came out with a scent together, and he's calling it, and they called it the double feature this year, like the old movies. Like you would go to the movie theater and you would watch two movies at once. That's what they're calling it this year. Again, this is a scent of bourbon, tobacco, pumpkin, sandalwood, nutmeg, oud, charred wood. So really their version of it. And also, I believe Will from Barrister Mann said he wasn't changing it as much from the original, so it's very close just with his soap base. Again, Leviathan, again, back again, year after year. This is a leathery scent based on Russian leather, coffee, sandalwood, cedar, and musk. Ginger's Garden, again, longtime vendor, been around a long time, came with their usuals, which are also available all year round. Scully Soap and Aftershave, which is a tallow soap with wet soil notes of teak wood, cedar, mushrooms, and wet leaves. Maple Toddy, which is based on that very popular fall drink, with Vermont maple syrup, creamy vanilla, and hot buttered rum. And of course, their version of pumpkin spice, perfectly balanced for the fall season. Mama Bear's, one of the first, if not the first, artisan soap makers out there. Mama Bear's. Again, these are available all year round. They have their autumn afternoon soap, which is a vibrant, clean blend of herbs, falling leaves, and fresh air. Fall leaf soap, which is a damp, woody, fresh and deep It's like taking a breath of fresh air while sitting in a pile of freshly raked leaves. And then their version of pumpkin spice as well. Pumpkin spice with harvest apple, caramel, and cream. Hoffman Shave Soap Company came out with some really cool items this year. Great graphics as well. So they came out with the 19th Hole, which is a Curse of Lincoln Park haunting scent with notes of wood, spice, oud, orange, and jasmine with cedar and vanilla. The Joker's Spawn, which is a collaboration between Hoffman's and the legendary comic book creator Todd McFarlane with notes of apple, vanilla, and cinnamon. The Return of Ichabod Crane, inspired by the legend of Sleepy Hollow with scents of jasmine, rosewood, white cedar, musk, and grapefruit. And then Evil Pumpkin, number 2, an extension of their past favorite with heavy notes of pumpkin, bourbon, and fougere. They also have Dead Hollow, which is a tale of Halloween's underworld, the realm between living and the dead with pecan and pumpkin. Next vendor up is Humphrey Handmade. Humphrey Handmade is a Etsy shop, which is available. All these items are also available all year round. So they have hot apple cider soap, which is their base on hot apple cider, which comes with a little bit of a sudden green field note and ginger root. Killer Clown smells like a sugary scent of cotton candy made fresh at the fair. Then you have Little Shop of Horrors, based on that on the popular, or it was like cult movie from the 80s. Has a sense of orange, cherry, peach, pineapple, and vanilla. Pumpkin Spice, their version of pumpkin spice with freshly ground nutmeg and pie crust. Red Rum from The Shining. Who can ever forget that line? It's a bay rum scent that's with bay leaves and a little zest of orange peel. And then Spoopy. Spoopy is all about fall, an apple cider blend with ginger root, and also a few other things in there. So it says subtle green field notes. Not sure what that is, but perfect apple cider, smells just like a hayride. And then their vampire soap, which is blood red. Soap is actually colored red. And it has anti-inflammatory and antiseptic properties to keep you sealed up in case you get bit by a vampire. But also has a nice orange zest and has that's pretty much the scent of its blood orange, but also has antiseptic properties to keep you sealed up if you get bit by a vampire. And finally, Werewolf Soap, which is citrus zest, cedar leaf, rich spices, and with a little bit of deep musk and light white pepper. Van Ulay is back again, another vendor that has their items all year round. Great presentation, probably the best presentation I say this year in year out. The best presentation of every single one out there, I think, because their soaps all look really good. They almost look good enough to eat. So their first one this year is their coffee pumpkin latte. Again, just like based right on a coffee latte. Coffee with a little bit of real coffee powder and pumpkin puree added to that. Frosted pumpkin, which is a perfect blend of pine cone, spiced pumpkin, and a little bit of a methanol. So a little zest to that one is too. Pine pumpkin, which has real pumpkin puree. Top notes of pine pumpkin comes with pineapple. So it's got pineapple and pumpkin mixed in with it. Pumpkin bread, which is just another base on the beautiful pumpkin breads that you usually get when you least expect it, when somebody brings it to you during this fall season, with a lot of nutmeg and spice. And then salted caramel pumpkin, which is a sweet scented soap with a little drizzle of caramel, and used real cinnamon and clove allspice, all kissed with sugar. Spooky Horror, which is a very different soap from what their other items are, really from what we've been talking about. A lot of it's been pumpkin based. This one's made of juniper berry, coriander, grapefruit, lemon, orange, and clove. Sweet Autumn Pie, which is a perfect blend of that beautiful pumpkin pie that you get that one time a year during Thanksgiving and the fall season. And when October goes, complex fall scent that starts off with crisp apples and oranges, intertwined with wood and leaves, just when October comes and goes. First Line Shave returning with Room 237, which is a soap and aftershave set. This is made by Killian's Single Malt, which captures a unique aroma of well barrel-aged single malt scotch, as well as a shot of plum, giving it a little boozy aroma with the whiskey, and then it rounds it off with the acidity of the plum and a little warm vanilla. Soap Commander coming out still with Heritage Soap and Aftershave. That's their fall, still available. Again, these are available all year round. Celebrates the caramel apple. And then Strategy, which is very oaky and has a cedar essence too. Moon Soaps has Warmest Regards, which is perfect for the season of good cheer and chilly winds. It's a pleasing combination of amber, tonka, oud, rum, and musk. Wet the Face, again, another vendor I really like. Wet the Face has their best Christmas soap I think I've ever made. Their Christmas time soap is awesome. It's probably one of the best out there. But their Fallen Leaves soap and aftershave, again, this is like jumping into the fallen leaves with a hint of orange, with burned leaves, hint of orange zest, and top notes of bergamot. Gentleman's Nod came out with Cosecha Catalina Fall, and that's a special edition just for the fall, which is as a new morning dawns, you set your eyes upon beautiful Mediterranean coastline. Immediately you are met with an intense aromatic green and herbal aroma highlighted by bright citrus. This also has a little bit of that woodsy smell, dry floral, and still a little sweet and very, very, long finish is what it says here. Ariana and Evans with the Midnight Soiree Soap Aftershave set. Prepare to embrace yourself with this new Halloween scent. This came out last year and is again coming back for this year. Limited edition scent of bitter orange, apple, absinthe, and a little essence of, it looks like patchouli and oak moss. Lockhart's Shaving with Fire and Brimstone Soap Aftershave. Smells like fire and brimstone. Demons cracking a cold one next to a bonfire on a fall brisk evening. Top notes of pink pepper and brimstone. Macduff's Soap. Again, another artisan fairly new to the game. Has their Autumn Cabin with notes of toasted maple, fir needle, and juniper, cedarwood, vanilla, pear, lemon, and cardamom. And the Oversoy Soap Company with Autumn Spice. This scent is based on cedarwood, fir needles with cinnamon, coriander, and jasmine. Beard Knife Soap Company with their Autumn Equinox Soap. This is a company that makes their soaps based on straight razor users, so really cool there. And this is a little bit of a fall afternoon, has some pine needle and also pine cone essence to it. Yodeling Goat Soap, made from they use a goat fat base. Their Autumn Demure Shave Soap, which is exploring the demure side of the warm, exotic, and spicy scents, including sandalwood, cedar, coconut, honey, patchouli, and cinnamon. Apex Shaving came out with the Autumn Breeze Soap, which is just about how crisp the air is with the flannel is the pattern and choice of summer, welcoming the cooler seasons with this natural shaving soap. The Wet Shaving Store has Shave Dad Sportsman Series. This is between Shave Dad and collaboration between the Wet Shaving Store and Shave Dad, and the limited edition just for the fall season with a soap aftershave scent notes of pepper, orange, neroli, saffron, cardamom, frankincense, oud, patchouli, and leather. Hag's Rick or Treat Aftershave Balm. This is another one just came out a couple days ago actually. This is themed just for fall with the essence of sweet orange, candied citrus, vanilla cookie, and amber. Elijah and Luna Revamp. This is all, guys, just to let you know, this is all from the Wet Shaving Store, by the way. Elijah and Luna Revamp Aftershave Soap and more. This is a scent that's been around it's only going to be back for the fall season, and there's no information on this, only a little bit on the actual scent profile, which is just has a little patchouli in it. Devil's Den by Shave Dad, also premium soap. This is just a soap, which is based on, has a little bit of, I guess, blood orange essence to it. And then Hag also came out with another version that they actually, I'm sorry, I wanted to add, with the Rick or Treat soap, they did come out with an aftershave as well. You've got Happy Chap Shaving there. It's a new one to the game here. Happy Chap has ghost stories and aftershave and more with the soap, with the actual shaving soap as well. Experience the fear of Italian leather, black violet, patchouli, vanilla, and dusty musk. And this is based on a ghost story. So they want you, when you use this soap, they want you to think of it. That's what it's based on, like reading a ghost story in the fall by yourself in the dark. The Shave Merchantil has a Pretty Polly, which is a new one for this year. Pretty Polly is a version of the song. Again, this scent is steeped from uneasy beauty, freshly dug grave soil, moss, cedarwood, tangled with dark plum orange, jasmine, and amber. Rich, unsettling, but strangely inviting. And guys, well, that is the show for this year. That's it. There was a lot of vendors. It was a lot of pages. It was a lot of fun bringing this to you. I am so happy that this is getting to be such a bigger thing. 41 pages of notes this year. That's incredible that I was able to put that together from the vendors, and that we still have so many people participating in the fall season. So really happy to see that. Really glad to see that wet shaving is still on the rise, right? And just always glad to bring this to you. It's a lot of stuff, guys, I know, but it's great to put it all together. If it gets any bigger, I might have to do 2 shows because it's getting pretty big. So I can tell you right now, it's a lot of fun. Like, I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed doing this, and I love Halloween, and I love this time of the year. So hopefully this gives you a nice little ride on your way to work, and gives you something to look forward to with your fall season. And you get some good items here because Halloween is tomorrow, believe it or not. It's right around the corner. So really excited to bring this to you guys. Remember, our show is powered by sharpologist.com, what your father didn't teach you about shaving. Special thanks to Mark Mantic59 for everything that he does in the wet shaving community. For all the vendors this year that make it easier and easier for me to search their stuff. I'd like to say that. Thank you guys out there for bringing these releases out and being able to, year in and year out, just continue to bring the energy with all of this and have new stuff every year. And then, of course, you guys are listeners. Without you, there'd be no podcast. So until our next show, which will be on November 11th, shave straight and shave safe. Bye-bye now.